Under A Mediterranean Sky is a brand new album. There'll be links in the description where you can pick up the album right now on Steve Hackett's website.
Allan Holdsworth, I plead ignorance here. Had you worked with him?
Never worked with Allan, but he was a great player. I know that when he left the band that he was in with John Beaudin in the UK, he asked me if I'd join the band, and I thought at that time, Allan's playing was so technical. I hadn't sort of developed chops like that at that stage. I think down the line, you find over time you're investing more in technique, and perhaps I might have been a little less intimidated about taking on that position. But I had just left Genesis, and I was enjoying being a solo act, and I wasn't sure that I wanted to be in a band once again and feeling like once more the feeling that other people owned me. That idea of well, maybe I shouldn't say this, slavery, being an employee, and you owe your allegiance only to me, to us. What are you doing? You are one of the musketeers. You cannot go off and do solo stuff. It's amazing how possessive, your partners can become.
Well, once you have that freedom too, if you drive a Volkswagen Bug your whole life and you get a Mercedes, you're not ever going to go back out of nostalgia or whatever to buy a Bug.
Well, I think it's also like, once you've been the captain of your own ship, it's very hard to go back to being a member of the crew. Democracy is a very hard thing to have with bands. Genesis was probably more democratic than most bands, but most bands need, one guy who's the Führer, and the rest have got to just fall in line. That's how it works. If you've got two of them, like Lennon and McCartney, tough for the other guys who have ambitions too, of course, and have considerable talent. So all bands are built on a fault line. There's always some guy who knows that he's right, he's God, everyone's got to follow my leader, and then people start to develop. They grow up and find that they can do it too. They develop skills, that they weren't hired for originally, and then it all becomes a threat to the ethos and the ego of he who is the great genius, presiding genius. So all groups are built on a fault line, and no groups really last. They just reconvene somewhat reluctantly after a certain amount of time, and there's a kind of uneasy truce that hangs it together, normally with at most two original members. The rest have died or become, I don't know, orchestra leaders or something. They decide to do something else, go out and make films or... Yeah.
Were you, there was no asking you about the Genesis reunion, right? That was always going to be the trio, the latest reunion, right?
I think there hasn't been a serious conversation about this, about putting together the team of 71 to 75 since 2005. So no, I haven't been approached about that. And my British tour was already on sale for 2 or 3 months before that. So they were going to be playing the British Isles at the same time. So I don't think there was any thought at that time that they were going to give me a call to do that. So yes, of course, I'm always open to that. But I think realistically, I figure that by the time they manage to get their cancelled shows, reinstated, they'll be prioritising the 80s version. I'll be celebrating the 70s version.
Under A Mediterranean Sky is the new Steve Hackett album. You can order it. We have the links at the very top of the description of this video. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music.